Hello everyone and a happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you all. It is the eve of Christmas Eve here in Saint Denis and the first snow of winter has been beginning to fall. How perfect. Here I am making my way to the stables in the early morning, I think it was around 8 a.m, because I have quite the trail ride ahead of me. I live here in Saint Denis with my family, or most of them, but I recently got news from my uncle that he wants to see me for Christmas, and my parents agreed it was a good idea, so here I am. My uncle has always fascinated me. He loves traveling around, so he actually lives on the road. He's currently situated somewhere just near Valentine. This is my horse Black Leviathan, but we just call him Levi. He's been with me for a few years now and is also quite the curious horse and is very energetic, as you will soon find out. The stable hands tacked him up this morning for me and I've put everything I need in the saddlebags etc. for our trip. I did give him a bit of food and another brush though just before we set off, as you guys would see. This is actually going to be a 2-day trail ride. Now we are living quite the life of luxury by staying in the town of Rhodes on the way, but in the new year I definitely want to maybe do a bit of exploring myself. I guess we'll find out. Heading out of Saint Denis, there is quite a big bridge, as you can see. Now Levi does alright when on the bridge, but he usually does take just a little bit of encouragement, so you will see me take them quite slowly, take our time throughout our trip. Today was quite the chilly and frosty day with a little bit of snow falling as well. You will see it's pretty foggy, misty, you know. Levi is still getting used to the winter season, huffing a bit with the snowdrops, but honestly, he really is just the sweetheart. He is the best horse. Now I feel like I have been talking quite a bit, so why don't we sit back and enjoy the ride for just a little bit. This is your reminder to always pay attention to where you're going. Definitely did not get hit by a branch here. Levi had been waiting so patiently, let out some energy, but we obviously needed to warm up a bit, and there was also quite a bit of carriage traffic today, but once the coast was clear, he got to stretch out into a canter. It wasn't long until we'd actually arrived at Rhodes. It is a shorter ride today, having arrived around 2 p.m. After waiting for a carriage to pass through once more, we headed for the Parlour House, where I inquired about a place for Levi to stay the night. Honestly, the stables weren't the greatest I have ever seen, but they were the only ones available here, so I went and got Levi settled in. I I went to explore the town in the afternoon. A cute little dog came up to me on the way to the general store, but he didn't seem to want any pets. I then passed the hotel, which had a no vacancy sign out front, which honestly, I should have planned something for this. I continued anyways to get some supplies, some food for dinner, but I really wasn't sure what I was going to do for the night. I went back to the parlor house because worst case scenario, I sleep in the stall with Levi. But on my way out from the balcony, the man at the counter, having heard of my predicament, said this.
On second thought, why not stay?
Breathing a sigh of relief, I went out to enjoy the sunset and get a time lapse of the hotel, which failed me. And that was the end of day 1. We woke up to an absolutely beautiful day. Are you seeing that golden shine on Levi? It looked like it was going to be a lovely clear day for our final leg of the ride, which honestly might be the most beautiful part. We set off pretty early at 6 a.m. to try and avoid riding at nighttime. As always, Levi was ready and racing to go bright and early, but we did have to wait once more before letting go. And don't worry, he even gets a bit of a gallop in this afternoon. Side note, can I just say how much I love the yellow train station? We made it halfway there and it was around midday when all of a sudden the weather changed. Away went the sun and in rolled the snowy fog once more. It was a few hours later, about mid-afternoon, and the sun was starting to shine again, and just in time. My uncle told me when you reached the gap between two mountains, he was in the field nearby. Now, since that letter, he did have to move his camp slightly further away, and basically I went the long way round. Levi wasn't complaining though, because when the flag was in sight, I let him have his gallop. We flew by my uncle as I laughed a hello before circling back and cooling down. I'm so excited to be at my uncle's. I mean, look how cute his tree is. There is so much space out here for Levi to gallop, and I'm looking forward to learning about this place with my uncle. So with all this being said, thank you all so much for coming on this Christmas trail ride with me. If you want to see more, then of course, let me know. Take care of yourselves this holidays and spend time with those you love. Merry Christmas, my friends.